If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you watched parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this video series for how to actually start a career in cybersecurity, whether you have little experience or no experience or education whatsoever. My name is Nato, and this is my channel, Ask Nato Riley, where I answer your cybersecurity questions. For part 5, all you really have to do is just be patient. It's probably the most disappointing video you've ever watched already because I just broke it to you. Alright. Well, you know what to do, and this video has no value, and I'm going to just wish you the best of luck. Good luck. I'm not actually serious though. Really though, it's important to be very, very patient when you're trying to apply for jobs and apply for a new industry and trying to make a big change and transition. Honestly, we just talked about going from setting a goal to trying to figure out what your general priorities are. Do you prioritize, money, or are you trying to prioritize fulfillment? And then we need to go ahead and start to study and read and research what types of things might we actually like doing and figure out what we like by trying things. So you can volunteer, you can take online courses around cybersecurity in general. You can find out if you want something that's more technical in nature or something that's more managerial in nature, working with people. Maybe you want to be a consultant, maybe you want to travel, maybe you don't want to travel, but it's important to figure out what types of things do you enjoy doing so that you can start to have a career that you're going to stick with so that you can get a 5-year goal, right? And then that brings us with the fourth part. The fourth piece is that we need to just go ahead and do a skill-based search based on the things that we believe we like at that point. And with our skill-based search, we're not going to be able to get jobs that expect us to have 5 years of experience. But we can get help desk jobs, we can get entry-level analyst jobs, we can get entry-level consultant jobs, we can get QA jobs are one of the best types of jobs. If you're trying to look for something, you can get a security awareness training job. But we do those skill-based trainings to see what exists and see what different types of titles might have the types of things that we want. And if you also, over 5 years, have a bigger goal for something that you want, then you can look for the types of jobs that will help you move in the direction that you would like your career to go in. So at this point, if you're applying to jobs, really just be patient. It could take anywhere from 2 to 6 months to get a job. It really comes down to where you live, what types of jobs you're trying to apply to. Are you trying to get remote work? Are you trying to get help desk jobs or QA jobs? You're going to get hired a lot more quickly. You're trying to look for consultant jobs and some of these other ones that seem a little more obscure, or remote work. You might be looking a little longer, and you might have to look a little harder, and you might have to use more online resources to get certain types of jobs. But at the end of the day, you just have to start applying to jobs. And if just applying isn't helping, because honestly, job boards, if you're trying to apply to job boards, doesn't always work. And sometimes if you're trying to go to job boards, it can just destroy your morale and make you feel like you can't get any jobs. So I would advise against posting to job boards. So talk to people in your life, talk to your friends, talk to your friends' friends, talk to your family. Go to LinkedIn and start connecting with people on LinkedIn and say, this is what I'm looking to do. Go to meetups, go to more meetups. And then after that, go to more meetups. And there's tons of meetups online, so go online and look for meetups and try to talk to people face to face and try to find someone who's interested in potentially hiring you, or knows someone who's hiring, or anything that's going to be helpful in terms of getting referrals. So you can try to get referrals, but be patient and just keep applying. Keep going to meetups. Keep doing the work. Looking for a job is almost a full-time job. Once again, I do advise against just applying to jobs online on job boards. because your rate of success is very low. It can still work. It works for people, but expect maybe like 1 in 200 responses. If you get more than that, that's quite good. And some of you may be like, oh, I've applied to jobs online and they always get back to me, but that's not going to be everyone's experience. It's not going to be everyone's experience. Some people are going to have to get better at making resumes. Some people are going to have to get better at presenting themselves when they're going into the interviews. And at some point, if anyone's curious, I can talk about those things on this channel. But from here on out, if you're not getting interviews, then it's up to you to start to research what you're doing wrong, because getting a job is almost like a systemized process. And if you're going to where people are and you're doing the types of things that let people know that you're trying to do a certain very specific type of work, like forensic analysis related things. Maybe you want to be an intern, a paid intern for forensic analysis. Okay, great. You can start doing that even without a degree. You can do forensic analysis without a degree. But you have to find the jobs that exist first. It could be an internship. It could be a junior level position. But once the jobs exist, job boards are good for seeing what exists as well. But you just have to start talking to people. Go find people who have the title you want, or the types of titles that you're finding that you would like to apply to on LinkedIn. You can find other forensic analysts and be like, hey, would you be interested in going to lunch? And see if they'd be willing to go to lunch with you, and ask about their lives, ask about them, and just listen to what they have to say. Because people who are doing the work, you'll find that you and them might not be all that different. The only difference is they weren't scared to apply to the job, and maybe you're new, so you just haven't applied to the job yet. But if you never apply and this is something that you want to do, then that's on you if you never get the thing that you want, just because you got too scared to apply to jobs or you gave up too soon. If it's been a year and you've been applying, there's something very wrong, because there's something that you're not doing, something that you're not trying. You're not learning if you haven't figured out what's not working. Maybe you do have to move. Sometimes moving is not exciting, but if it's something that's going to change your life and improve your life, a career is a thing that, we have to eat, we have to survive, we have to do the things that we have to do. And the more coveted and better careers, no one needs to have a 6-figure income. These are coveted things that no one needs to have. No one has to have a prestigious sounding job in the tech sphere where, they sound like someone who's sophisticated when they walk in the room and say, hey, I'm a data scientist. Are they any different from anyone else? No. The only real difference is that either someone else didn't want what they have and is happy that way, or someone who wanted what they have is just too scared to go get it. So a lot of people who don't do things that others might consider prestigious, because different people have different ideas of what their happiness is. And those of you watching have different ideas of what's your happiness, which is why step number 2 is so important, is what's your happiness? What do you want? What do you want? And don't let it be what your friends want. Don't let it be what your family wants. What do you want? And this is what you need to figure out, and you need to be patient, and you need to just keep trying, and you need to keep studying, and you need to keep researching. If you want some of the resources that I've created for you, go and look in the description below and look at my free course, Cybersecurity Essentials. I talk about all of the details that you need to know to kind of make this process a little easier, and I also provide an ultimate qualifications guide in the course. And this is something that you can also get from some of my other YouTube videos. And I also provide an interview preparation checklist in this course if you take this class. And it talks about how you can get started in cybersecurity. This channel is Ask Nato Riley. You ask me cybersecurity questions and I answer those questions for you, so that I can help you build a fulfilling career where you can do the types of things on a day-to-day basis that you actually like doing, if that sort of thing is cybersecurity. If it's not cybersecurity, you can still watch these videos if they're interesting to you. And if you don't like my content, then that's okay too. But honestly, for kind of helping me get good feedback about things that people do like and don't like, giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or whatever feedback is going to help me figure out what types of content do people like more of. If I get things that get a lot more, positive feedback than others, then I'm going to make more content like that and, spend more time on questions around those types of topics. And if there are certain types of topics that no one really watches and doesn't seem like anyone seems to click on those videos or have any interest in those videos, and I'm getting like no thumbs up or anything, or only thumbs downs, I'm just not going to make that type of content again. I don't take it personally. My goal is to make sure that I'm providing the right type of information for my audience, for you guys, because there's really no other reason for me to do this if it's not for you. So help me help you, and take my course if that's something that's going to be helpful for you. Give me feedback on my course or my videos, and I'm more than happy to see what I might be able to work on, improve, or change, or anything that I might be able to help you out with directly if you reach out to me. My contact information alongside the course is in the details below. So thanks for watching. Thank you for the support. And that wraps up this series for how can you actually start your cybersecurity career, even if you have no experience and you have no idea what's going on, or maybe you have a little bit of experience and have somewhat of an idea of what's going on. Maybe you're just ready for a change, no matter who you are. Sometimes that's what any of us really needs. And cybersecurity is a booming industry right now, so get in while it's hot. And I'll see you next time.